Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to be making a very simple fenugreek mask for hair growth, and here I have my ground fenugreek. Fenugreek is a herb which comes in the form of seeds or leaves, and it's also known as methi. For this mask, I'm simply going to be using just my powdered fenugreek and water. So you can choose to use powdered or ground fenugreek, or you can choose to use the fenugreek seeds. This is what I have, and it's the ground fenugreek, and it works just as well. I'm going to be scooping about 3 spoonfuls of fenugreek powder into my jar. You're also going to need a jar, and you're essentially going to soak your fenugreek in water for 24 hours before application. So here I'm simply going to scoop 3 spoonfuls of fenugreek into my jar, and I'm using a plastic jar with a lid so that I can cover it and let it sit for 24 hours. So after scooping 3 spoonfuls of fenugreek into my jar, I'm going to just pour in some water. I'm pouring in 500 mils of water into my jar, and then I'm going to cover my jar and let it sit for the next 24 hours. So I simply put the lid over my jar, and this is what my fenugreek is looking like. I'm simply going to shake my jar a little bit so that everything mixes up. Now, I observed from videos that I watched that fenugreek tends to swell and double in size. So you want to make sure that the water that you add into your jar is twice the quantity of fenugreek powder or seeds that you put in. And now it's the next 24 hours, and sorry guys, we didn't have light, but you can see how much the fenugreek has doubled in quantity, not the water but the fenugreek. So I'm simply going to go ahead and strain my fenugreek using a handkerchief. This did not actually work, and so I had to switch to my wig cap. And so you can use a cheesecloth or a hanky if you're using the fenugreek seeds, but because I was working with the powder, it was slightly more difficult to sieve, and so I had to add in a little more water to my fenugreek before I went ahead to sieve it again using my wig cap. I'm done sieving, and this is the consistency of the fenugreek. It's a little slimy, so you want to make sure that this is the consistency you get whether you use the seeds or you use the powder. It's a little slimy and it's supposed to be thick, and that is what I got. And next I'm going to simply pour my fenugreek water into a bottle from which I'll spray it into my hair, and that's basically it for the preparation of this very simple mask. Now onto my application, guys. I'm going to be using this as a pre-poo, and at first I wasn't sure of how this was going to work on my hair, but once I started to apply it, I realized that it was actually kind of slimy, and so I was able to work it into my hair in sections and apply it into my hair, and it actually did a good job of detangling my hair. Now let's talk about fenugreek. I mentioned earlier that fenugreek is also known as methi. It is an herb which comes in the form of seeds or leaves, and apart from being used as a hair growth formula, it's consumed and used medicinally. So it also helps to solve some health problems which people have. Fenugreek is rich in iron, is rich in protein. It contains some substances known as flavonoids and saponins, which when it comes to hair, they help to induce hair growth, and due to the antifungal and anti-inflammatory effects of these components, it's very good for curing hair and scalp diseases. Now another thing when it comes to hair growth is that fenugreek is used as a remedy for thinning hair, and like I said, it's used to cure scalp conditions like itchy scalp, like irritated scalp, like dandruff. And fenugreek also helps to grow thick healthy hair, and it also helps to maintain thick hair and a healthy and shiny scalp and hair. Okay, now fenugreek is One of the ways you can know that it's actually fenugreek is that it has a very distinct aroma. You know how herbs smell, and then it's slightly bitter, and I know this because I tasted it. So for this video we're going to focus on the benefits of fenugreek for hair. You can go ahead and read or do some research. If you've never used fenugreek in your food, you can go ahead and do some research and then find out how this herb can be used as a form of medicine or as a spice. So here you can see me simply apply this to my hair in sections. I just did 4 sections and then I worked it thoroughly into my hair from my scalp to my ends and vice versa, and then I twisted my hair up, repeated the same process for the rest of the sections, and I was good to go. And guys, I have to say that I had thought that this was actually going to be slightly difficult to apply because it was basically just the substance and water, but they actually did a good job. And for me to be able to comb out my tangled hair using just this, I was impressed. So this is my very first time trying fenugreek on my hair, and I must say it's something that I will definitely be using again because it's so easy to prepare. There was no fuss, I didn't need to do too much. I could prepare this without light, which is important for me in Nigeria, and above all it actually helped to make my hair really shiny by the time I finished applying. So it made my hair really soft, it added shine to my hair, it actually helped to define my curls, and it also helped me to reduce breakage. By the time I was done with the application and combing out my sections, I noticed that my hair did not break as much, which is something that is always a target for me for every wash day. So I let that sit for the next 1 hour, and this is my hair after I washed it. Guys, I didn't even need to shampoo my hair. I wash my hair every week, but this week it's like the fenugreek also helped to cleanse my scalp, and so I didn't need to shampoo my hair. I simply did a co-wash and I was good to go. Here I'm simply moisturizing my hair, and I did a different protective style this week. I did a braided crown. So I'm simply parting my hair down the middle, and then I applied some leave-in conditioner from TCB Naturals to both sections of hair. I also applied my whipped shea butter, which is what I'm applying now, and then I went ahead to apply some oil to my scalp. And I actually parted my hair using my hand so that I could really work into the sections and make sure that the product was judiciously distributed all through my hair and my scalp.